Well, Kathleen Folbigg is still waiting for a decision over her compensation 18 months after being released from jail. Now, she was released in June 2023 after serving 20 years of a 25-year sentence. The 57-year-old was pardoned after doubt was cast over the deaths of her 4 children. Now, according to the Sydney Morning Herald, Ms Folbigg says the drawn-out process has rubbed extra salt in the wound. New South Wales MPs allegedly broadly support an act of grace payment which could tally into the millions. Well, joining me now for more on this is New South Wales Nationals MP Wes Fang. Wes, thanks for your time today. What exactly is the act of grace payment and how would that process work?
Well, that's already been commenced. I know that the legal team for Kathleen Folbigg has already made submission for, an ex gratia payment, and that would be a payment from the government to recognise the fact that Kathleen Folbigg was wrongly prosecuted and sentenced to 20 years in jail. Now, that should have been done, I would think, on day one when there was a decision to release her. If not then, it certainly should have been done approximately 6 months later when she was acquitted by the court. Now, in those circumstances, it's amazing that we're now almost 12 months since she's been acquitted and there has been no payment to Kathleen Folbigg at all from the state government. Chris Minns and Michael Daly, as the Premier and Attorney General, have the power to make an ex gratia payment to Kathleen Folbigg. By doing so, what it will do is it will allow her to get on with her life, buy a house and know that she'll be able to live comfortably. What we're seeing at the moment is the government, having received the submission from Kathleen Folbigg's lawyers, they're doing absolutely nothing in relation to that submission. They're sitting on their hands. I suspect they're just wanting the problem to go away. Well, that's not good enough. I think that we need to make sure that Kathleen Folbigg does not spend another Christmas wondering if she's able to buy a house or if she's able to, support herself for the rest of her life. She lost some of the best years of her life in prison, being wrongly prosecuted and convicted. I think that the least that Chris Minns can do is provide her some comfort so that she can live out the rest of her life knowing that she doesn't have to worry about these matters.
So Wes, what's causing the delay?
The state government, the Minns Labor state government is sitting on this submission. And I know yesterday we asked questions in the House. Why? I don't know. The submission is there. I believe all the evidence is there. They could just make a decision to make an ex gratia payment in compensation. They're not even engaging with the legal team to speak about the contents of the submission. It's been buried in the Department of Communities and Justice. There's been no response to the legal team to say we're looking at it or we agree with this part or that part. They don't even know where they are in the process because there's been zero communication to Kathleen Folbigg or her legal team. That is only compounding the hurt and distress that I would imagine that she's feeling. You imagine that this is somebody that's lost 4 children, is then wrongly convicted, spends 20 years of her life in jail. Finally, the wrong has been righted, and now we've got the Minns Labor government refusing to provide her even, the compensation that she deserves. And, you think about it, having lost that many years of life in prison, the lost earnings, the loss of liberty, she needs to be able to be compensated for that. Do things like buy a house, know that she's going to be supported for the rest of her life, that she can live comfortably and move on from this. But because of the actions of Michael Daly as the Attorney General and Chris Minns as the Premier, neither of them are putting their hand up to acknowledge there's a problem here, and neither of them are saying let's fix this now for her so that she doesn't spend another Christmas wondering about her future.
Wes, we do have to wrap things up, but just quickly, what is the amount that Kathleen Folbigg is wanting?
Look, I don't know. I think that that's certainly part of the submission, and I'm not privy to that. I would imagine that she is owed quite a lot of money because this is unprecedented, I would suspect. But again, when you don't tell the legal team or have conversations or engage with the legal team, there's no opportunity for them to make their case. The government's basically shut the door on them. What the government needs to do is open the door, meet with Kathleen, meet with her legal team, try and find a resolution to this and stop putting this poor woman through hell when she's already experienced so much hell already. I would have, if it was me, I would have turned around and done it the day that she was released, because I would recognise that the government owes her that, and I don't understand why Chris Minns is to do it.
Okay, Wes, we do have to leave things there. Thanks for your time this morning.
No worries. Thank you so much.